Off the top at 6, just days after saying that vaccinated people in the state don't have to wear masks or social distance, Governor Gretchen Whitmer laid out more rules about returning to work.
She's also facing more pushback after a photo surfaced of her dining out with a group of friends. Political reporter Rick Albin is here now with more on that. Rick?
Yeah, a lot going on today. Last Thursday, the governor in Midland to announce new rules that would be outlined today. Today in Grand Rapids talked about new back-to-work rules, regulations to drop June 1st, but not about at least one issue, perhaps the elephant in the room. The governor says people going back to work don't have to wear masks unless their employers mandate it. And permanent rules about masks being considered by MIOSHA are being done away with. Next month, outdoor gathering limits will be dropped, but the limitation on indoor facilities will remain. So, with some people able to ditch the mask and get together and others technically not able to do the same thing, will it lead to misunderstanding? People are starting to gather. We know that there was a picture of you over the weekend that had you gathering with friends that has been widely circulated. Are you concerned that there will be confusion about those limitations, given that, for example, people at Steelcase can come back at 100% today, but restaurants and other indoor venues are still limited?
Yeah, I am, Rick. I mean, I think that that's something that we've worked to try to make sure we're very clear. You know, this is a month. It's from June 1 to July 1 that we are transitioning. About that picture that showed more than 6 people allowed per table, the governor apologized, calling it an honest mistake.
What is your anticipation?
Later, I asked her about what would be different between June 1st and July, given the number of people getting vaccinated has dropped off considerably.
If you are unvaccinated, being inside is riskier, and that's why we will continue to have a masking rule for the next month. As we re-engage, I always talked about a dial, not a switch. We don't want to drop everything at once. And
on the COVID front, the governor offered a number of details, but when the subject turned to ongoing questions about travels using a private plane paid for with a special transition fund, she had less to say. Asked if the same nonprofit that paid for her Florida trip paid for her travel to go to President Biden's inauguration, it went like this.
We have shared the information. We've complied by the law. We have complied by ethics rules, and there's not anything more to add.
So that's all the time. That's all the time we have.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great one.
The governor and her office continue to avoid question about the chief executive's travel, though, as you heard there, she contends that everything has been handled properly, if not necessarily transparently. Sue?
Rick, thank you. West Michigan business leaders are reopening their doors now and welcoming back employees today. News 8's Donovan Long talked with some business leaders. And Donovan, they say this is huge for our economy.
It really is, Sue. Several business leaders saying returning to work in person will increase productivity while giving workers a social environment they have craved for nearly 15 months now. Excitement building as some Michigan workers prepare to head back into the office for the first time in over a year.
It's a big day for Michigan. It's a day when people can come back to their offices.
Steelcase CEO Jim Keene joining the governor this morning, announcing Steelcase employees will have the option to work in person or continue working remotely.
We believe at Steelcase that we're better when we're together. And our people have been remarkably resilient over the last 15 months.
Amway workers have also rolled with the punches, but some are still hesitant to return to campus.
There's concern over safety. There's concern over taking care of your family, child care, those types of things.
Amway hoping to ease those concerns. Leaders are allowing employees to decide if they want to punch the clock from home, at work, or both. The campus will officially reopen for in-person work June 1st.
60% of our employees say that they want to continue to have flexibility, sometime in the office, sometime at home. About 30% that say they want to be in the office all the time. And about 10% that say they want to work remote full-time.
As workers continue navigating yet another new normal, they reflect on their hope for the future and what it will be like to finally see their colleagues smile without a mask.
So we can smile at each other and people smile back, and that is such a natural human thing that gives us a boost of energy every day.
A spokesperson for Meyer telling News 8 their leadership is still reviewing their return to work policies. Spectrum Health leaders are doing the same. They say for now, masks are required for everyone despite their vaccination status. Brian?